Hello guys, this is the Zune HD, and I felt it's about time someone does an amazing hands-on with the Zune HD. Because quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of seeing people who overlook this device even though it's no longer available. And I personally believe it's one of the best on the market for a good quality MP3 player. It's been beaten by the iPod and the iPod Touch, and of course other devices such as the iPhone and the iPad, which came after it, which many people believe that the iOS options are a much better option compared to the Zune. Whereas I believe that the Zune is the pinnacle of MP3 player ability. So if you want an MP3 player, this was the pinnacle in 2008, or when it came out. This was the pinnacle, and there was no other device for an MP3 player which surpassed it, I believe. I believe that the Zune, if you want an MP3 player and don't want to use your phone, is the best option still. So with that biased opinion, let's look at the Zune HD, and as well as my shitty music collection. Most importantly, a good hands-on video cannot be beaten by showing the side, the back, and the top of your device, which is very important when describing how awesome it is. Because seriously, I think on this side, it says hello from Seattle. Personally, I think that is pretty cool that my phone, wait, it's not a phone, my MP3 player, could talk to me. So, if it can talk to me, even if it is a little tiny bit of text on the side, then I think we're off to a good start. So I'm pretty sure I've got it turned on. Yep, I've got it turned on. Because I'm still in Australia, the region settings have removed the marketplace, so that's quite disappointing. So no Zune apps for me, but I do have a social hub, which allows me to, if I really wanted to, hook up my email to my Zune. How awesome is that? And I can see a friends list of, I don't know, contacts. I assume that's probably, because I don't really use the social hub, because who would? They have phones for that, even in 2008. Alright, and there's internet. Help if I press the right button. There's internet. Of course it's not connected, but let's turn on the wireless anyway. Alright, it's turning on wireless. It better not load up porn or something, as the default website I was originally at. Oh, it was Trinest.com. Alright, why isn't it connecting? Alright, I think it is. Alright, so it's got an internet browser. It's really slow, but it works. It's pretty much like a basic, bare bones Internet Explorer for maybe, I don't know, Windows Phone 7. It's not as good as Windows Phone 7 because it was 2008, so it's probably built off IE6 for all I care. But I don't know why it's not working. It should work. It says it's connected. It should be loading my website. Why isn't it loading my website? Alright, well if we could go. Like I was saying, pinnacle of MP3 players. I don't know why I'm calling it HDMI and phones and all that. I think it's just that day to call things wrong things. So this thing I'm sitting on is not a table, it's a cabinet. Okay, we've loaded my website. So we can see my shitty blog posts, my designs, and overall it's very fluid, you know, pinch and zoom still exists. It's not 2002, it's got all the comforts you wanted from an internet browser. Overall it's a bit slow to realize I just switched it around. Yeah, so that's the internet browser. Very awesome if you really want to use the internet browser on your Zune. And because I'm just that kind of guy, instead of showing my crappy music, which I've been listening to David Bowie really recently, I don't know why, old music is just in the tune. You can see the history there, you know, it's got Trinest.com, and then we've got this band called Out of Context, which has some guy in it. So as you can see, I'm playing I'm playing the music and you can't hear it. You want to know why? The Zune does not have a speaker. But that's okay. People have headphones. People have aux cables, 3.5mm cables, those sort of things, They take it, It doesn't, most devices don't, I don't think there is any device which uses that sort of the charging port for its sound, like things like the iPod can, but it's got one of these circular things. It is okay. You can play your music on your car. You can hook it up to a cassette which has one of those little doobidacky things on it and put it into your tape recorder. It is that awesome. It's that up to date. It's a Zune, not an iPod. It can do everything. And even more, it has all these settings: wireless, display, music, radio, clock, screen control. It's probably telling me I've got a low battery because I went to Port Macquarie. Alright. And look at that screen. Look how dark those blacks and how bright those whites are. That's an amazing screen. You took forever to get this quality screen onto phones. That's how good the clear black on this is. It's amazing. This is the pinnacle. I keep telling you that because it is. It's got all these settings. I should probably turn off wireless. Wireless sort of makes the phone lag. I mean, MP3 player. Sorry. Makes the MP3 player lag. And of course, using the internet browser isn't ideal for also the same reason. It will make it lag. You can do a lot of things. You can sync with your PC, your Zune cards, Zune things, Zunes, everything Zune. But now everything's Xbox Music, this, that. Zune was the best brand Microsoft had, and they killed it off because it did not sell. I think that's disappointing. They should have stuck it out more. It's an amazing brand, it's an amazing device, and if there was a Windows 8 device which was exactly like this, even with it doesn't even need a camera. That's how good it is. It's the pinnacle of MP3 playerism. That is all I have to say on the matter. Oh, and I'll let it sort of sit here. Usually if it was a branded actual band instead of some random guy who sings songs, it would have a picture of the person or their... It would have a picture of their band behind that. Not behind that, this is the previous thing. So, yeah, that's the screensaver. So that's the pinnacle of MP3 player.